Good evening. Got a cool topic tonight. Um, it's something that we are doing in the Business Wisdom Quest. What we're going to talk about tonight: 7 secrets to product or business viability. Um, we're launching Business Wisdom Quest 1 week from today, next Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. We're going 8 weeks to help you figure out. It's like kind of a entrepreneur on ramp. It's a choose the right business for you and get that business started the right way. Entrepreneurship can be a blast. It can be a lot of fun. It can help you make money. You can do meaningful work. You can create some freedom. In my case, I've got geographic freedom. I can work from any place on the planet. I've got time freedom. I set my own schedule, and I got somewhat economic freedom. I got a good I make a living doing this, and I have the freedom to travel, and so we're doing Business Wisdom Quest starting next week. But let's get into it. There's 7 secrets to having a business that's viable, a product that's viable. So the first thing is you want to ask yourself, is there a specific market need? Is there a problem? Is there a void? Is there something that like this? There is a real need. People want this. They need this. They desire it. So that's the first secret to having a product or a business that's viable. And you can have a business that's built around just one amazing product. The second thing is if you want a business or a product that's viable, it must target a specific kind of person. You need to be able to know who this ideal client is, and do they self-identify with the way you describe them. So first thing is you must address a specific market need. Number 2 is you must target a specific kind of person. And number 3 is you must identify one specific person who needs the problem solved. In other words, you need to go out and get that first success story. You need to find one specific person. You need to get a case study. You need some proof that you can actually, part of viability is proving that there's at least one person that'll pay for it. And number 4 is, this is a big one. Your target market needs to be willing and able to pay. If people are not willing to pay, or they're not able to pay, it's not going to be a viable product. It's not going to be a viable business. And number 5 is your market can easily be targeted through an accessible marketing channel. So accessible means you can access them. It's not going to cost you, thousands of dollars. Maybe it's a referral source, maybe it's your existing network, maybe it's affordable Facebook ads, but you need to access the people who can buy. So, a specific need, a specific kind of person, and one person that's ready to say, I'm going to have that problem solved. They need to be willing and able to pay. And number 5 is they need to be accessible. Number 6 is your target audience must be large enough to sustain sales and growth year after year. Are there 10, 15, 20,000 people or more on the planet that can buy your stuff? Not just today, not just tomorrow, but a year from tomorrow, 3, 5 years. Viability suggests that there's a large enough people that you can actually build a business around this and profitable that you can grow year after year. And number 7 secret to having a product or business that's viable is you can solve this problem. You can actually solve the client problem, and you can enjoy it. If you can solve somebody's problem but you don't enjoy it, it might be viable for a short term, but there's no long-term plan in it, because if you enjoy it, you'll endure through it, you'll sustain through it. But if you don't enjoy it, you're going to end up burning out and say, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore. And then the moment you burn out, the business gets killed. So it's really important that you can solve the problem and enjoy the process. So let me just do a brief recap. Number 1, address a specific need. Number 2 is target. You need to target a specific kind of person. Number 3 is you need at least one person to raise their hand and say, I'm ready to have that problem solved, and then solve it. Number 4 is they need to be willing and able to pay. If they're not willing, or maybe they're willing, but they're not able to pay. Number 5 is your market can be easily targeted through an accessible marketing channel. And number 6 is your target audience must be large enough to sustain your business year after year. They're not going to disappear after a year. And number 7 is you can actually solve this problem and enjoy the process. So this is one of the pieces, there's 4 parts to creating anything. Number 1 is being the explorer, gathering your raw materials to create with. And then there's the artist, where you put ideas together and take them apart. And ideas are just ideas. It's not a battleground, it's a playground. You get to have fun being an artist to create your dream business. Okay. The third piece is being the judge and discerning. And that's what this little mini lesson's about, is these 7 secrets to product or business viability. So you're an explorer, you're an artist, and then you're a judge. It's this discernment piece. That's what we're talking about today. And then once you really decide, okay, this is the business I'm going to go for, then the last phase is to go into warrior mode and start building that business. Okay. And so we're launching, Business Wisdom Quest 1 week from today, March 12th, 2022. We're doing an 8-week course to help you figure out what business to go into, and then start building it the right way. It's a seedling course. It's for pre-entrepreneurs, for people, like a lot of people say, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I don't know what business to go into. I'm trying to figure that out. That's exactly, if you're in that spot, this is exactly the program for you. We're going to help you figure it out and give you some guidance and direction, and help you hopefully find your business North Star and start building that business out. So if you want details, go to businesswisdomquest.com. It's $500, 3 payments of $187, whatever. If you want the help's available. If you want to get out of being a wantrepreneur and start the process of becoming a real entrepreneur, you're going to want to join this program. We're limiting it to 20 people. I think we got 4 or 5 signed up. It's going to be a small group, but you know what? 7 days, 6 days, 5 days, we're on countdown. Exactly 1 week from today, we're going to launch Business Wisdom Quest. If you're, you can't start in the middle of this program. You got to start in the first week. And then I'll probably do this again in 3 or 4 months. So I'm not doing this all the time. It's not, an ongoing thing. This is it's coaching, it's content, it's community. It's a bunch of people trying to figure out what business to go into with my guidance. There's a lot of hand holding, a lot of connecting the dots. I'm here to make sure that you, get your fundamentals and your foundation in place. This program is about a blueprint. It's about building a foundation and giving you that guidance and direction. When you're through, you're going to be more clear about where you're going and what kind of business you're going to build, and something that, it doesn't take money to make money. It takes customers. So we're going to help you figure that out. All right. businesswisdomquest.com. Again, we just covered 7 secrets to product or business viability. And it's just important that you do a viability analysis before you start a business, because why build a business that isn't viable? It doesn't make sense. All right. If you want information about Business Wisdom Quest, go to businesswisdomquest.com. God bless you. Have an amazing evening. I'm here to help you be successful in your new business venture.